Hey, pretty people. Welcome to my pretty hearts and my pretty minds. Sit back, relax, and let me tell you a story about this one time. So, I feel like I have given y'all enough of a few of the terrible times that I've encountered. I'm gonna tell you about this one time where I just knew with all my heart I was about to get married. I just knew. See me poppin', I'm a blossom. I don't need a Batman to my rock. I'm official. So let's get into it. All right, so I was on this dating app. If y'all don't learn nothing else from me, stay off them dating apps, okay? Because I just be on them like like recess, and it never goes well, okay? So just take it from me. Anyway, I was on this dating app, okay? And I met this guy. So me and the guy, for the sake of this story time, we're gonna call this guy JoJo. Okay, so I met this guy named JoJo, right? Me and JoJo were messaging back and forth on the app for a good little bit. I want to say like a month, honestly, because we were messaging on the app for a while. So one day he finally asked me for my number, and I was like, okay, cool. So we exchanged numbers or whatever, because obviously at this point I knew he could hold a conversation. I was super excited. Like, y'all, I love a man that can hold a conversation. Like, love it. If you can talk, we in there. Anyway, so me and him exchanged numbers, and he messages me. And I'm such a voice person, y'all. Like, I immediately want to know what a man sounds like. Because I am not one of them women who, I don't want no high-pitched voice man, okay? Anyway, so me and him exchanged numbers, and we're texting. So I'm like, send me a voice note. I want to hear your voice. And I think he ended up saying like, or I could just call you or something like that. He calls me. Babe. Y'all, I'm so excited telling this story because I was living my delusion out in my head. Like, I just knew with all my heart me and this man was getting married. I wasn't taking no, okay? But anyway, so he calls me and he gets on the phone and he's like, hello, y'all. His voice was so deep, it did something to me, okay? I was like, oh, this him, Lord, this him. So anyway, me and him proceed to keep talking. I'm loving talking to him because I just love the way he sounded at this point. And so anyway, we're talking, and at that particular time he was working, the job that he was working, he worked every other weekend. So that weekend coming up, I think he was gonna be off. So he was gonna come see me. So I'm like super nervous because I'm like, oh my God, like I hadn't liked nobody in such a long time. But anyway, the whole week goes by, we're still talking, everything is great, coasting. Weekend gets here. Of course, y'all know I work hybrid. So on Friday, I work from home. So he Friday comes and it's maybe about like 10 or 11 or something, and he was like, hey, I'm gonna be leaving, I'm gonna head your way. And I'm like excited because he's gonna stay the weekend with me, y'all. So I'm like, okay, cool. So now any other day, now when I be at home, most times I be around here looking crazy by the head with a robe on, with a bonnet, like I be looking crazy. But this particular day I was like, well, I gotta get myself together because he is not gonna see me looking like this. And so he tells me that he's headed and he's on his way. So I know that he's 2 hours away. So I'm like, okay, I got a little time to get dressed and get myself together. So I'm working and getting dressed at the same time or whatever, get myself together. So I'm talking to my sister and I'm like so nervous. Like, y'all, I hadn't liked nobody in such a long time, for real. And so I'm like talking to my sister and I'm nervous. Like, I'm talking about like, oh my God, like, why am I so nervous? And so anyway, he the whole time, you know, he's kind of checking in, letting me know, okay, I'm this far away, whatever. I done got myself together. I'm talking to my sister. I put on this little cute little black dress or whatever, you know, nothing too major. Just like a little, you know, a little throw on little dress, you know, every woman got them. Just a little around the house type of deal. You know, I just pin my hair up or whatever, you know, I'm cute. I'm working, so I'm cute. And talking to my sister, super nervous. He texted me and he was like, I'm about 7 minutes away. Y'all, Lord, that man said he was 7 minutes away, and I just thought I was gonna pee down my leg. So anyway, I'm talking to my sister and I'm like, oh my God, he's gonna be here. And so she was like, okay, don't be nervous, you know, whatever. I was like, all right, well, you know, I love you, I'm gonna call you back later, blah, blah, blah. So I step outside, like he texts me, he says, here. And so I walk outside and yeah. Oh, I need help. He steps out of his truck, y'all. First of all, I love a country man. Like, y'all, he steps out this big ass Ram truck, and y'all, he dark skinned, he chocolate. And I'm just like, Lord, you know what I need, you know what I want, Lord. He looking like, this is my husband. Like, you can't tell me this is my husband. I'm not taking no for an answer. So anyway, he steps out this truck and I'm just like, this a fine piece of man here. Let me tell you that. That's a fine piece of man, huh? Anywho, so he steps out the truck and you know, he walks up onto the porch, we hug each other and all this type of stuff. And like, y'all, the connection was instant. It was just like immediately, like, I want him. I got to have him. Like, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. But no, y'all, like, anyway, we were like both very attracted to each other. So we, you know, say hey, we hug and do all the things, you know, just a little flirting, whatever. So I'm still on the clock. So I had not taken lunch yet, and he was like, have you eaten? I was like, no, I haven't eaten. I haven't eaten anything yet. And so he was like, okay, well, what do you want? And so I think we ended up getting Zaxby's. So when we were in the drive-thru, because I clocked out so we could go get lunch, whatever. We were in the drive-thru, and I was texting my sister, and my sister was at she was like right across from Zaxby's. She was at like a Chili's or whatever. And so I was like, my sister is like right over there. He was like, you want to stop by and see her? And I was like, yes. And so he pulled in, and I went in and I saw my sister, and I was like, bitch, we get married. Because in my mind, y'all, we get married immediately. Like, he looking like he looking, we vibing like we vibing, we're getting married. I don't want to hear nothing, okay? We're getting married. So anyway, I go in there, I see my sister, so I come back out, we leave, we get back to my house. And so we get back to my house and we just chilling, we're eating food or whatever. Nothing too major, you know, we're just talking and really getting to know each other. I ain't like nobody in a long time. We're vibing for real. This is great. So then time goes by. I'm working a little bit, kind of not working. Anyway, 5 o'clock comes, I clock out immediately. So we ended up getting food like again somewhere later that night. I don't remember what we got. But anyway, we were just chilling, watching movies, like talking, like y'all just really getting to know each other. And like it was just like we didn't skip a beat, like the conversation was smooth, like it was just seamless, like nothing was awkward. It was magnificent. And so this is going this just keeps going well. And so in my mind, we get married because this is going extremely well. We're getting married. I don't want to hear no lip. It is what it is. So anyway, we finally watch movies and we fall asleep or whatever. And the next morning comes. So the next morning comes and I wake up before him, and I'm like, I pull my Bible out, I'm reading my Bible, And I think I was journaling too. So he ends up waking up, and I, I said my prayer, and I, thank the Lord for the day and all the things. And I closed my Bible, closed my journal, put my stuff away. And he was like, don't let me distract you or anything like that. And I was like, oh no, you're fine. And I think one of my alarms ended up going off. And there's a song called I think Known by Tar and Wheels. It's a Christian song. Y'all, this man started singing that song like word for word. Lord, we're getting married immediately. We're getting married today. This is my husband. Like, Lord, I see what you did. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Like, I'm grateful. And so anyway, we wake up and we're just sitting in the bed. We're laying in the bed and we're talking or whatever. And y'all, he was country. Like he loved country music. Like, that's what he listened to, country music. Baby, let me tell you something. I was willing to adapt in any way. And first of all, now I listen to country music for real. That's crazy. That man really did put me on country music for real. That's wild. But anyway, we were sitting in the bed and he started playing like country songs on YouTube or whatever. Y'all, we was sitting in the bed, holding hands, listening to country songs. Y'all couldn't tell me I wouldn't get married. You couldn't tell me. You could not convince me that was not my husband, okay? Do you hear me? You cannot convince me. So the morning goes on and it had to be about noon at this point. So noon is around and he's like, okay, noon comes around and I was like, okay, you want to go get something to eat? You want me to cook breakfast or what do you want to do? And he was like, we can go somewhere or whatever. So we went, we go to this soul food place. And he was kind of telling me like, well, we get dressed and all the things and we go to this soul food place. But he was telling me like how he, get nervous when he get around a lot of people and all of that. And me being me, I'm just like, well, you don't have to be nervous, baby. Like, you don't have to worry about anybody else. You just need to focus on me. Baby, I thought I was slicker than a pimp from Augusta. But anyway, we get to the place we get to the place that we're eating lunch at or whatever. And so we're just having a good time, just talking or whatever. And I said something. I was like, I think I dared him to eat like a pepper or something like that and not drink water. It was something like that. And I was like, okay, if you do this and you don't drink water, then I have to buy you something that you want. And he was like, and then the bet was if he didn't then, or if he didn't make it in, or if he did drink water, he would have to buy me something or something to that extent. A little cute bet or whatever. He eats this pepper. And so he was training because he was going to be going to a state trooper academy. So he was like, like training and exercising and all that type of stuff. So he eats this pepper, wins the bet, and he was like, I want this bench from Walmart. And so he pulls up the bench or whatever. He shows me it's like this weightlifting bench or whatnot. And I was like, okay, whatever, cool, I got you. Because he won a bet. And so anyway, after we get our food, we eat our food. He enjoys the food. I enjoy the food. Good time. We walking around holding hands. Look at, baby, I ain't had nobody here since high school. Let me tell you something. You could tell me and this man wouldn't get married. But anyway, so we're walking around holding hands. We leave the restaurant that we're at and we go to Walmart. So we get to Walmart and he is country, y'all. He wants to look at the guns and the weights and all this. Like, y'all, this is warming my heart. I love me a man. I'm a real man. I loves me a man, baby. He looking at weights, he looking at guns, and I'm just like, this is doing something for my heart. Do you hear me? So anyway, I think we ended up getting Uno cards out of Walmart too. He showed me the bench that he wanted, and I was like, okay, cool. I got you. So we leave Walmart, we get Uno cards, we leave Walmart, we come back to the house, and we're just vibing. Like, we're just vibing, we're just playing Uno, watching movies, like all the things. Like, we are flirting, and it's a fun time, baby. It's grand. I am just happy to be like in the presence of this man because we're vibing so well. Like, we clicked, y'all. We really clicked. And I know y'all thinking like, well, why y'all ain't together? I don't know, y'all. That is my husband. I don't know why me and that man not together. I don't know. But I don't know. I thought we were getting married. I'm delusional. But anyway, so we we fall asleep that night, whatever. We just chilled at the house the rest of the day. Got food, stuff like that. We fall asleep that night, and we wake up the next morning. So the next morning he was leaving. Because he stayed, the whole weekend, Friday, Saturday, and so Sunday came, and I cooked breakfast. He got dressed, and he got dressed or whatever, and he left. Yo. At this point, I'm just like, why are you leaving me? Like, what's going on? Like, y'all, I'm acting like a wife and her husband is leaving for deployment or something. Like, y'all, like, at this point, like, because in my mind, I want to be with him. Like, why would you dangle this man in my face? Like, I want to be with him. Like, why would you dangle him in my face like that? Why would you do that? So anyway, he leaves, and he texts me, like, he wasn't even gone for that long. And he texts me, he was like, I miss you already. And I was like, this my kind of man right here, baby. You was made for me, just for me. Like, that's how I'm feeling. Like, dead ass. Like, I was convinced that me and that man was getting married. But that is the first weekend, y'all, of how I met this man that I just knew I was gonna marry. Like, that is the first part of that story. Now, me and him this little romance, it went by real fast. Real fast. Like a good 3 weeks for real. Like, we hung out. We was probably going steady for a good 2 months or whatever. So that is just a part 1. I'll make a part 2 and give y'all a part 2 and a part 3, or maybe just a part 2. But this is the beginning of the time that I thought I was getting married. This was week 1. 2 more stories, so y'all get the full 3 weeks. But yeah, this story gave me so much joy to tell. But because me and him are still very cool. Like, me and this guy are cool. Like, we ain't no beef between us or whatever. So, and I did tell him I was gonna tell this story. But I hope y'all enjoyed it. This story was good to tell. It made my heart smile. I hope y'all are having a magnificent day, and I will see y'all in the next one. Pretty on the inside, pretty on the outside. Peace.